We are talking about the documentary of the week. Now, here's a little. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. So, we're doing something slightly different. We're still doing a documentary, but this is more of a docu-series. One of you guys actually, Karen Burrows, I believe, way back when, recommended for me to watch this documentary series on Netflix called The Keepers. I actually did watch it quite some time ago. I literally just am now finally getting to a review, hence another reason why I wanted to do kind of a schedule for you guys of different topics. But yeah, I watched it a few months ago. I should really rewatch the series again because it was actually really good. So it's basically about the series is about this like prep school, this like Catholic prep school or something, high school I believe, junior high / high school, and obviously like the teachers are like nuns and everything, the principal is a priest and everything, so very like legit, Catholic school and everything, very religious and everything, very strict. And these women were talking about how when they were there and stuff, about the way that like some nuns would like treat them, and also a lot of the sort of secrets or turning of the blind eye with a lot of these nuns, because the principal basically was a pedophile. I would say like, oh, it might be a little like out of line saying guy was a freaking pedophile who was freaking sicko. I'm just gonna say that right now. Basically kind of doing different things to different students and everything, and like kind of saying like, well, if you tell anyone, no one's gonna believe you, or if you do say something, then this is gonna happen. So a lot of different things like that. It's just very kind of sickening to know that that people do this, especially take advantage of like young kids and everything, or even like adolescents and everything, and threatening them and just causing all this damage. And I do remember vaguely that there was one nun that would kind of speak up for, or at least attempted to kind of speak up and protect some of these young females that were being abused and taken advantage of and everything. But anytime she would do anything, it's like she would get reprimanded or suspended, or threatened herself and everything. So it's just it's just very it's a good documentary to check out, but it's very kind of very kind of frustrating, and it's just infuriating to know like someone within that position would take advantage. I mean, I know it happens. Unfortunately, it does happen. But honestly, at the end of the day, if someone's saying something like this, you need to at least hear them out and look into it. Just saying. But no, it's so many different things, and this is like, I can't remember how many episodes this is. It's, I want to say like roughly 4 to 6, maybe 4 to 10 episodes, but I don't think it quite is even 10 episodes. So that's another thing about this that's pretty nice, because like you can watch like an episode or two, and if you're like, okay, I want to watch more, but I need like a slight break, just because it's a little like a lot to take in. It's perfect because it is, like I said, it's set up as episodes, but it just, the whole movie or the whole series is just very well done, and you see kind of like how these women now, all grown up, because this took place back in like, I think like the 60s or so, 50s and 60s, and so to see these women now kind of like coming out and being like, oh my god, I wasn't the only one, and like to see like how it still affects them all these years later, and it just like they want justice, they want some sort of peace, at least at the end of the day, of this whole circumstance that has been plaguing him for 40 or 50 years. It's really well done, like I said. And then at the end, or towards the end, they were explaining how this principal that had gone to this like current school that they were, talking about and everything, and that he was principal of for so many years. How he ended up getting there was because the previous school that he was at, I guess he was kind of doing the same thing, and one of the boys actually, because I think it was like I don't know if it was a strictly boys school or if it was co-ed, but a student, a young man, came forward and said, "Hey, look, this is what's happening to me," or this is, I think it might have been after he had graduated or something, and came back and was like, "Hey, I want to come clean about this. This is what happened." So they found out. This former school found out, and they ended up like talking to the guy, like, "Well, what's going on?" They ended up like firing him or whatever. They're like, "Well, we don't want you here anymore because like we've got this, and if this is true, like we don't want you around. Period. Like you should not be around kids at all." So he gets fired, but because it wasn't like written on the books or something, or he was never charged, he was then able to go to another school and get hired there. Therefore, this whole thing starts off again with like all these girls and everything. So it's a really, it's, like I said, it's a tough one to kind of get through, but it is very well done, very good. I highly recommend it. You guys definitely check it out. And like I said, it is one where it's like, it's kind of nice the way it's set up, because you could kind of, watch an episode or two and take a break for a day or something, pick back up with it. Very interesting. Definitely, I mean, I like I said, I think I'm going to probably end up rechecking this out soon. But yeah, check it out. Like I said, it is on Netflix. Check it out. Let me know what you guys think of the docu-series. Till next time, you guys, as always, stay creepy, classy, and a little bit sassy.